Hello and welcome to another video from me. So today's topic is going to be on predictions for June 2024. Can you believe they put a man on the moon? I'm kidding. Can you believe that we are about to enter June in just like a few days? I don't know where the first 5-6 months have passed, have gone. So anyway, this is the choice for those of you who would like to choose with crystals. As usual, I will mention that I have chosen the crystals intuitively. I basically meditated upon the question. I asked Spirit which crystals I should choose from my collection for this particular topic of predictions for June 2024. And these are the crystals that came out in this particular order. So pile number 1, you have this crystal. I forgot what it's called. Might be chrysocolla or something. I'm pretty sure it's something with a C, but I don't remember exactly. I will have to do some research. In any case, this is the crystal. See if you feel drawn to it. Pile number 2, this is the ruby in zoisite. Sorry, not ruby in zoisite. Oh my god, rhodochrosite. Yeah, so this is the rhodochrosite crystal. And pile number 3, this is the iolite. All right, so these are your options. You can pause the video if you need more time to decide. My recommendation, as usual, is that they're still not symmetrical. Is that you take some deep breaths, exhale longer than you inhale. While meditating upon the question, maybe address it to a higher power, and then open your eyes and choose the first pile that stands out to you intuitively without overthinking it. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, you are free to watch several or even all of them, and just take whichever messages resonate. I will see you at your reading. All right, so this is for those of you who would like to choose with a card as well as a crystal. Actually, I'm not sure which I should be using. Should I use these cards maybe? Yeah, I think I'm going to use these cards actually instead of these for the... I'm kind of confused about which ones because I like all of them anyway. But I'm going to choose the Unicorn Oracle because I haven't used it as a like cover deck before, as in, you know, the cards that pertain to the crystals. So here goes nothing. Spirit, tell me about pile number 1, the people who chose this crystal. What are their predictions for June 2024? What do they need to hear? Okay, what can you tell me for pile number 2, the rhodochrosite? What do people need to hear for June 2024? What can you tell me about the iolite? What do people need to hear about their 2024? All right, predictions. So let's see, we have pile number 1, action. I'm not going to read the description now. I'm going to read it when I get more in depth with the reading. Pile number 2, we have growth. Pile number 3, we have innocence. Nice. Okay, I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit. So hello again, this is for those of you who would like to choose with a card as well as a crystal. Pile number 1, you have this card over here and or this chrysocolla or whatever kind of crystal it is because I don't remember exactly what it's called. Pile number 2, you have this card over here and or this rhodochrosite crystal. Pile number 3, you have this card over here and or this iolite crystal. All right, so you can pause the video if you need more time to decide. Once again, my recommendation is that you take some deep breaths, exhale longer than you inhale. That will help center you and calm you down. You can also address the question to a higher power. You can also ask a more specific question like, what is my love life going to be in June 2024 or something, anything that could be answered through this reading. But I am going to focus on predictions for June 2024, general predictions. So this is probably the topic that's going to get the most accurate predictions. So yes, and if you feel drawn to more than one pile, feel free to watch several or even all of them and take whichever messages resonate. I mean, I will see you at your reading. So welcome pile number 1. This is your reading if you have chosen the chrysocolla or chrysocolla, whatever this blue crystal is called, because I don't remember exactly, and or this card with the unicorn which says action. Okay, I'm gonna read the description when I get the rest of the cards as well. So let me get more cards. Spirit, tell me about pile number 1. Oh wow, okay, tell me about pile number 1. What is the month of June 2024 going to bring for them? What is the month of June 2024 going to bring for pile number 1? Okay, let's see. We have 7 of Swords, Knight of Cups, 9 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, Spirit, please tell me about pile number 1. What is the month of June 2024 going to bring for them? We have the Empress. We have the Hierophant. Okay, let me try to fix it a bit. The Hierophant, the 5 of Wands, the High Priestess, the Lovers again, and the Hermit. Ouch. Okay, I gotta admit, it's pretty tough. It looks kind of rough, you know. But okay, we'll not draw conclusions yet. Okay, so let's see some more. Spirit, tell me about pile number 1. What is the month of June 2024 bringing for my pile number 1? What is the month of June 2024 bringing for my pile number 1, Spirit? What is the month of June 2024 bringing for my pile number 1, Spirit? What is the month of June 2024 bringing for pile number 1, Spirit? We have 33 key, unlocking, answer. Not sure what this is over here. Openness, solution, fulfillment. All right. We have free spirit. We have the seed with number 56. We have compassion. And we have this card over here, which says, now is the perfect time to act. Take inspired action towards your dreams. Move forward with confidence. Okay, so pile number 1, you have the Lovers coming out twice here, but I feel like the circumstances are not looking that great with the Lover situation. So I'm going to tell you the 2 potential explanations that I see here for the cards. For some of you, this is very specifically about a romantic connection. I feel like right now you are in love. you are like totally in love, like head over heels in love for some of you. So yeah, very specifically for some of you, because we have the Lovers and the Empress underneath. So this is like head over heels in love, okay? We also have here the Seven of Swords and the Hierophant. I'm getting three potential scenarios, okay? Either you're in love and someone is cheating on you, or you're falling in love with someone else and therefore you are cheating on someone that you're already in a relationship with. Because there's like, with the Seven of Swords and the Hierophant underneath, there's like a breaking of vows happening. There's a breaking of conventional rules. And then here with the immediate future, we have the Three of Swords backed up by the Lovers. So there's going to be some kind of a heartbreak here. Like either you're getting a little bit heartbroken, like someone might be betraying you, or you're causing the heartbreak because of some kind of a betraying, which is like something between betrayal and like trailer living or something. I'm kidding. You might be betraying someone, okay, and it could end up badly. There's like I see some heartbreak and drama in the immediate future and like around your energy right now. So this is for those of you who are involved romantically with someone. If you're not romantically involved with someone, this is about your energy right now. So you are extremely creative. You are in a space of Venus, you know, like Venus, Jupiter. So I feel like there's this kind of energy of like taking it easy, enjoying yourself. Like it doesn't necessarily mean that everyone who is getting this reading is rolling in money. But it's like you're in a phase in life where you're kind of taking it easy, you know, like maybe you figured out a way to get by with less effort than you used to put in maybe a few years ago, or maybe someone is helping you out, you know, maybe you're like in a more relaxed state because let's say you're in a supportive relationship and, you know, it helps you to feel more relaxed financially, and now you can get more creative, you can get more into your sensuality. You know, there's like a lot of Venus energy here. So I'm getting like your vibe is like kind of relaxed and creative and wanting to enjoy yourself, you know. And you're going to be like, you're looking towards breaking away from convention. You're looking towards breaking away from the pressures of society, the pressures of your family, maybe like you are heading towards a path that is basically against your teachings up until this point in your life. See, look at this. It says like taking action. This is the best time to act with this unicorn here. And we have the Knight of Cups and the Five of Wands. So there's like, you're someone who is planning, but you're like in a slow, deliberate energy right now. So you're kind of like somewhere between Venus and Saturn a little bit. I don't see a lot of like rushing, a lot of like intense energy here. In fact, I see you moving away from that. I see you moving. I'm getting that song, I'm Walking Away by Craig David. Whenever I say that, that's the song that pops in my head, you know? Like, I'm walking away from the troubles in my life. I'm walking away. I don't remember what it was like. Something about going on to a better day or something. Anyway, it's kind of like you're moving towards a less stressful phase in your life. You are letting go of a lot of pressure, a lot of sadness, a lot of anxiety. And yeah, so I definitely feel like there's kind of like a Six of Swords energy throughout this spread, even though you don't actually have the Six of Swords. So like you're moving away to calmer waters. And I feel like this anxiety in the past could have been connected to a lot of just fears, a lot of fears that were just building up in your mind. I mean, it could have also been, of course, caused by external stressors, but a lot of them just came from like phantom anxieties, you know, like scenarios you would just build in your head, like one on top of the other, and it led you down a spiral of anxiety. you're moving on from that energy. You're moving on to a better time. However, I also see this with the Three of Swords here and the Lovers here. There could be some kind of a heartache, maybe over the past. I mean, if this is not about a romantic partner, although I really think that for many of you, this could be, even if you're not right now in a relationship. So like, even if this part of the reading doesn't resonate with you about you being in some kind of a love triangle, this part could still be true. Like, you could be still mulling over, let's say, you know, the one that got away, or some kind of a past relationship that ended up badly. So you're still kind of licking your wounds in the near future over some kind of a heartbreak. But this energy, this Venus energy, is still there. And it's helping you move on to this Ten of Pentacles and the Hermit. So the Ten of Pentacles basically shows that within the next stage, like most likely throughout June and maybe even beyond June in the immediate future after, you're a lot more focused on your career. You're basically focused on putting your energy towards something positive, something creative, something that's going to last a long time. And with the Hermit energy, it could be like some of you will willfully go through a phase where you just don't want to focus on romance. Maybe you're going to be willfully celibate or something. But for some of you, most of you actually, irrespective of whether that's true or not, you are much more focused on your long-term development, your career, your reaching your potential, basically paying off your karma in this lifetime, you know, reaching your ultimate destiny. And you're a lot more focused on not compromising. You know, you're going to be focused on, do I find people that are actually supporting my path, that are actually there for me, that will want me to be happy, or are they just there to mooch off of me and, you know, maybe are only there when the times are fun, but as soon as the going gets tough, they're nowhere to be found, you know. So I'm seeing a lot more freedom as well. We have this with Free Spirit and with the key number 33 here, which again comes, look at this, it says solution, openness, unlocking, answer. So a lot of you could be getting you know, some kind of a resolution with a long-lasting conflict in your life, a long-lasting drama or pain in your life is going to get healing or solution, a resolution here. I feel like for most of you, this is more of a practical thing. It's not like necessarily spiritual. Maybe some of you are going to get a job for the first time in a long time. Just an example. Or I don't know, if you were looking to move to a different place, you could finally get the new place that you always wanted. Something practical. So there's going to be some kind of a solution to something that has been a thorn in your side for a long time, you know, which is a good thing. Compassion is telling you that this is a time of healing. This is why you have so much Venus energy, because the Lovers is Venus energy. Venus is about healing. So this is about being gentle with yourself, being compassionate with yourself and towards others, but don't waste your energy on people that are not worth it. And with the Seed, this is again telling you about heading towards reaching your potential in this lifetime. It tells you that you are starting to realize that your potential is much greater than you had anticipated, than you had imagined up until this point. So this is pretty much what I'm getting here. Let me get some astrological cards. Spirits, what can you tell me for pile number 1? What is the month of June 2024 bringing for pile number 1? Aquarius, the visionary, not surprising. Chiron, inner healing, so more of a healing energy. We have sextile, chance and opportunity. Yeah, there's the solution part, I feel. We have square, challenge and disharmony. So again, these two I feel like are coming hand in hand. Like I said, there's a thorn in your side that is going to be removed. that has been in there for a long time and now it's going to be removed. Okay, we have 4th house, home and family. So it could be that you're going to get closer to the home and family during this time. Like I said, like for some of you, this could really be about finding a new home, getting a new vehicle. That's really specific. It could be about getting back in touch with your family of origin with the 4th house, especially with the mother or someone from the mother side of the family. But you also have that 10 of Pentacles, which is focusing on career at the same time. And yeah, with the Aquarius, you are definitely becoming more of an individualist. You're focused on, it's not like you're going to become super selfish and walk over dead bodies, but it's just that you're developing some well-needed amount of selfishness during the month of June. You're going to be focused more on getting what you want without constantly caring about others' opinions. And healing some past wounds with the Chiron energy. Let's get some dice. Tell me, Spirit, about pile number 1. What is coming for them in the month of June 2024? Okay, we have Pluto, which is transformation. Number 3, which is about communication, but it's also about courage. We also have Pisces. All right, so Pisces is more about, Venus is exalted in Pisces, so I feel like that says a lot. It further enhances the idea of this is a time of developing compassion and love, self-love, as well as love towards others as much as possible, being understanding, being in that heart chakra, you know, healing your heart, letting go maybe of grudges or figuring. See, here's the thing with the 3 of Swords and the 6 of, the lovers underneath. Some of you could be using heartbreak for creativity this month. You know, like you are going to be using heartbreak and past wounds to develop, to propel yourself forward in your career. And Pluto is telling you about transformation. This is a time of regeneration, of transformation, of healing. And the number 3 is also Jupiter. So I feel some of you could be focusing not just on expansion, but more specifically learning new things. And the 3rd house is also about short trips, short distance, short-term travel. So you might have some kind of opportunity to travel in June. And also it could be about developing more courage, you know, the courage to go after what you want, becoming more independent. This could also be very specifically with developing a relationship or like getting closer to a younger sibling. This is also like you developing your intellect, pursuing an idea, you becoming more intellectually active, working on your communication skills. With the 5 of Wands here, I feel like communication skills are particularly important. Like maybe learning how to manage conflicts is going to greatly benefit you. And I feel like it's mostly to do with career. Okay, let me get some charms. We're going to tell me for pile number 1, Spirit. Okay, that's enough. All right, so we have this charm here with the mountain. So I feel like maybe some of you are gonna spend some time outdoors, maybe outside in nature. You're definitely encouraged to do so. We have the sword here, which might have something to do with that 5 of Wands. I feel like you might be challenged to practice diplomacy during this month. Maybe some people are gonna bait you into arguments and you're gonna be, you know, expected to manage that diplomatically. We have hope here as a charm. We also have dream. Oh my god, we have hope twice. So I feel like Spirit is telling you to keep the hope alive and to keep dreaming. And we also have inspire. So with inspire and dream and the Pisces energy here, I feel like this is a message. And we also have a fishbone, so more of a Pisces energy. And the turtle. So this is really specific again, but this could have something to do with water. For those of you, if you have already considered this is about maybe going swimming, going to the beach, going somewhere close to bodies of water. This could be like maybe even about starting up a fish tank or something. If these are things that have crossed your mind, it's a confirmation. Aside from that, this is about listening to your dreams. It's about maybe keeping a dream journal, getting in touch with your subconscious. It's also potentially about you're getting closer to fulfilling a certain dream. This could have something to do with this key as well. We also have a little heart here. Yeah, so I feel like your heart is growing. This like you're healing. So it's like a tiny heart, but you know, it's there and it's growing, you know. It's like your development, your healing is continuous this month. We have these like little eucalyptus leaves. It just makes me think more of nature. This is really kind of like culturally specific, something in Chinese. I feel like maybe some of you are going to get closer to religion during this, or like getting back in touch with a sense of faith in a higher power, in maybe God, or like some kind of a deity that you follow. We have a flower. So this is spirit again. Flowers, I mean, hello. These are very much connected to Venus. So I feel like there's a message of going out and smelling the flowers, you know, smelling the roses, you know, enjoying yourself. And we also have this Scorpio. I feel like this is Scorpio energy with, you know, the skull and the bones. This is about a transformative period being ahead. And we have a little star here. This is also kind of reinforcing the idea that you have to keep the hope alive. This is how I see it. And also that there's some kind of opportunities coming around the corner. Oh, and we also have this, which is like showing an increased pulse. Yeah. You see how it's all over the place? This is confirming that Three of Swords with the Lovers underneath. So I feel like it might be a time where you might also experience some ups and downs emotionally. This is why it's so important for you to maintain that compassion and the healing attitude towards yourself. And surround yourself only with people who want what is good for you. And who validate your emotions, basically. Yeah, so pretty much. Also, it's really interesting here that you kind of see a fish in here as well, in the heart, like next to the heart. Yeah, so that's like more Pisces symbolism. You know how this is again why Venus is exalted in Pisces, because the highest form of love is basically a very spiritual love. It's like the love for divinity, for instance, or for the universe, getting in touch with that feeling of faith. So yeah, see how that resonates. This has been pretty much it, pile number 1. I hope you have enjoyed it, and if you have, don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel, click on the notifications bell if you want to see when I will post a new video. If you're interested in finding out more about private readings, check out the video description. I have left my contact information there, and you can email me for further information. I've also left a link to reviews I have gotten for private readings. If you're curious to see them, it might help you decide to get a reading or not. If you would like to support my channel further, you can do so by clicking on the join button, becoming a member. And if you would like to find out more about my astrology channel, I have an astrology channel where I focus mainly on Vedic astrology, but also with some tropical insights. Check it out in the video description. Maybe subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope to see you at my next tarot reading. Bye! So welcome, pile number 2. This is your reading if you have chosen this card over here with growth. I'm going to read the description once I get the rest of the cards as well, and or this little rhodochrosite crystal. So let's see. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 2? The people who chose the rhodochrosite crystal. What is the month of June 2024 going to bring for them? Nine of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, Queen of Swords, 7 of Wands, the Devil, 4 of Pentacles. Spirit, please tell me what will pile number 2, the rhodochrosite pile, have to deal with in the month of June 2024. What are their predictions? Tell me, Spirit. We have the Seven of Swords, the Moon, the Wheel of Fortune, the Six of Wands, Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups. Okay. Spirit, what else can you tell me for pile number 2? The people who chose the Roto Crow side, what will the month of June dive deep? I keep getting this song in my head. Anyway, I'm going to shut up before I get all the cards. Spirit, what can you tell me for the pile number 2 in the month of June 2024? What are their predictions? What is pile number 2 going to experience in the month of June 2024? What is pile number 2 going to experience in June 2024? Tell me for pile number 2, the people who chose the Roto Crow side. What are they going to experience in the pile, the month of June 2024? Tell me, Spirit. This one. Okay. Wow. Wow. Pile number 2. We have, I mean, the reason I'm laughing about this is because you also have the Devil here. And we got the Underworld, which is, let me try my luck at this one. I think this is 48, if I'm not mistaken. Because I know that when you have like the lower number, you have to subtract it from the higher number. So this is 10, this is 50, this is, so I think it's 48. Anyway, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. And 48 boils down to a number 12, which is Jupiter. So I would see this as kind of like Purva Bhadrapada energy. If you come from Vedic astrology, you know what I'm talking about. If not, you're gonna get the messages as I go along. We have, oh my god, we have number 21, and here we have the number 3 again. Jupiterian, mountain. We have block, obstacle, delay, enemy, challenge, stubbornness. Calm with number 7. We also have compassion. And we have dive deep, which also makes me think of the underworld. I mean, I also laughed when I picked up this card because I saw the Devil and I was like, dive deep. And it also keeps making me think of that song by Guano Apes. Scratch the Pitch, that's the one. You know, there's a line where she says, between the devil and the deep blue sea we fly. Anyway, you might want to listen to that song. Maybe there are messages for you there. We also have this card with growth. Seek out a mentor or guide. Take baby steps as you grow. Be willing to learn from others. So I really feel like for some of you, I mean, I was actually, when I opened up all the cards, like when I saw all the cards in the spread, my first thought was that this is a month of like slow, steady progress for most of you. And then the Oracle cards kind of confirm that, but let me break down what I see. So, look at this. This is like, you know, the 9 of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Swords underneath. You know what I'm getting here? I'm getting the energy of someone, and again, I don't want to offend anyone. See how this resonates. You don't have to take it if it doesn't resonate. But for some of you here, you could have been people that were used to wing it. You know, like people who know how to work smart, but you may have cut corners sometimes. Maybe you were able to just, you're smart enough to find loopholes. I don't want to say like you actively cheated others, but sometimes you may have even cheated others. I feel like this is more about how you cheated yourself, though, ultimately. But it's like, I feel like for some of you, you may have cut corners and things you shouldn't have cut corners with. And I feel like it has to do with moral issues. And somehow you have created a comfortable position for yourself based on maybe not a lot of effort and maybe just being really smart, really clever in finding loopholes. And I'm not necessarily saying it's a bad thing if you did everything right legally and all that. But I feel like in the process, it may have cost you some. Like, I'm getting some Dorian Gray energy here for some of you. You know, like, this could be, like, really specifically, maybe you are someone who has just been used to relying on charms to get things, maybe even on your sensuality with that devil energy going on here. But, okay, let me not digress. Or maybe you just kept bad company, sorry, like, you had a bad entourage, and somehow the bad entourage helped you get by in life. But this is really specific for some of you. If this does not resonate at all, this could, in a very simple term, mean that you felt you've had to walk over yourself, like you've had to betray yourself somehow to achieve the things you have achieved up until this point, maybe even just to get by. But I feel like for many of you, this is more about getting by. Like, maybe you have achieved a certain level of success by walking over yourself, betraying yourself on things that were truly important to you, just because maybe you wanted, I don't know, the promotion, or you wanted the job, or you wanted validation. I feel for most of you, this is about wanting money and social success, you know. But in the process, you may have damaged yourself, like you somehow betrayed yourself. And there's this feeling of not being in a good state emotionally, to be honest. We have the Five of Cups and the Moon underneath. So many of you, you feel like you have lost something. You feel like maybe you have missed out on a lot of opportunities. It could be that there are opportunities lying right in front of you, but you're crying over spilled milk. Maybe it has something to do with the Seven of Swords. So again, you may have felt betrayed by a specific person, or just that you feel guilty or shameful about ways that you have treated others in the past or treated yourself in the past. And there's definitely this message that, you know, you shouldn't be wasting time on this with the Moon. I feel there's like this message that, you know, your past experiences, your past pains are holding you back from seeing opportunities that are in front of you. And Spirit is telling you that the opportunities that you are seeking are right outside of your comfort zone. Like, you need to make an effort to move towards progress. Basically, growth is painful, is what I'm trying to see. And you have this through all of these cards, like, repeatedly. You also have this with the Queen of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. So things are kind of slowly and painfully moving towards the better. Slowly and painfully. But you still have to work, you know. There's a lot of fixed energy here. So you're probably someone who does not like change. You know, a lot of fixed energy means Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. Queen of Swords is definitely Aquarius energy. So maybe some of you could have strong, you know, Aquarius, but it doesn't have to be. It's just that there's a lot of this inertia here. Like, you're someone who does not want to let go, of the past and the way that you used to do things. Like, you don't want to let go of your comfort zone. But that's the way to move forward. And I feel like many of you, you know that you have to let go of the way you used to do things. It's just that it's so incredibly painful. We have this, like, again, with the Seven of Wands and the Six of Wands underneath. It feels like you are moving away from caring about success in the conventional sense. I feel like many of you are in a stage, you're going to be in this stage in June where you're pondering whether the things you worked for, the things you have achieved even up until this point, were really worth it. You're kind of like sitting back thinking like, you know, like, was it worth the sacrifices that I made? Did I even want these things? Which is good, you know. For some of you, this might be a really painful process. Like maybe you have invested a lot of time into things that now you're kind of looking back and thinking like, why did I even care about those things, you know? Maybe you went for a college degree just because your parents told you to or something, just to give an example. It doesn't have to be like that. It could be something smaller. But it's like you are, you know, going through this phase where you realize that you can no longer care as much about the things you used to care up until this point. Like you're going through this kind of like spiritual awakening, for lack of a better word. I also feel like you're gonna stop beating yourself up, you know? Like I also feel like you're the kind of person that has a timeline, you know, like a lot of people probably have had a timeline, but not everyone, you know. And you're probably one of those people who thought, you know, I want to be married and have kids by the time I'm 30. And now you're constantly looking at why that didn't happen. And I feel like you're moving away from that in June. You know, you're kind of slowly moving away from thinking like that, from wasting your time with regrets, and realizing instead that you have to focus on what you truly want deep down and what really makes you happy, and kind of getting back in touch with that. Kind of like, I'm getting another song in my head, like Peeling Off the Layers by, gosh, I forgot what the band was called. Peace Drums and Sparrows or something like that. I don't remember. Peace Drums and something. You can search for it, and it's called Peeling Off the Layers. You know, like trying to get back to who you really are, basically. This one is really interesting here. The Devil with the Page of Pentacles under... Wait a minute, I gotta clarify this stuff. Spirit, can you please clarify the Page of Pentacles? Please clarify the Page of Pentacles for me in this spread. Judgment. Please clarify the Judgment card, Spirit. Knight of Wands. Yeah. The date of reckoning is upon us. It's so cool that you have the Devil, the Page of Pentacles, and the Judgment, and the Knight of Wands. So what I see happening here is that you're going through your own like inner purification. Is that's what's happening. Like you're going through your own, what do I really believe in? What is right? What is wrong? You know, I feel like you're judging yourself, honestly. And maybe to some extent you deserve it. You know, it's definitely a necessary process to assess where you are standing in life, like with respect to your goals and with respect to others. I do feel like your tendency will be to be a little bit greedy. You're fearing judgment. Yeah, you're definitely fearing what other people might think about the things you choose to pursue. Because, you know, old habits die hard. But you're learning to stay true to yourself. This also has to do with having a tendency to escape, though. So I feel like there will be temptation. There will be temptation to, let's say, escape reality, escape pain, maybe get into things like substances. So you need to really watch out for that. Instead, keeping your eyes on the prize and, you know, focusing on slow and steady wins the race, basically. Like taking things slow and understanding that small progress is better than no progress. Look at this, we have calm. So it's like Spirit telling you to take it easy and to not be impulsive, to think things through. Yep, I also feel like this is what the Judgment is saying. So the Judgment and the Nine of Wands, this is about you resisting this devil energy, learning how to resist temptations, learning how to overcome your lower side, so to speak, whether that is a tendency towards addictions, escapism, basically any form of escapism, because that's what addictions are. So you're learning to kind of be on top of this like lower side of yourself. Could be, of course, weird sexual impulses, not being able to control that. So this is what you're going to work through this month, learning to build discipline and being calm and, how should I put it, like steady, thinking things through before making a decision, before deciding on a course of action. And we also have, like, finally we have the Four of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. So it's a happy ending, although it's not a like super drastic change, but by the end of the month you're going to be a lot more balanced, a lot more calm. You're learning to trust your intuition and to have a sense of faith again. Following your intuition will basically get you out of trouble. And we also have the Four of Pentacles is kind of saying that it's good to be, how should I put it? Like, it's good to be cautious when it comes to spending. But you also shouldn't get to the point where you're so obsessed with money that you only care about saving money and making money, right? Life is also about enjoying yourself. So this month is about you working towards a balance, working towards the balance between saving, let's say, for your future, being in control of like your impulses and your escapist tendencies, but at the same time, knowing how to allow yourself little indulgences and learning to trust yourself that you're going to know when to stop, if that makes sense. All right, let me get some astrological notes now. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 2? What is the month of June 2024 going to bring for them? Second house, resources and values. Okay, so that's the saving money that I was talking about. Okay, we have Saturn, limits and lessons. Yeah, not surprising at all. We have here, we have this like mountain with block, obstacle, enemy. That's definitely Saturn. That is Saturn energy. All right, we also have Venus. Okay, so it's all coming together as a message. We also have Leo, which is fixed energy, like I was saying. We also have square, challenge and disharmony. Okay, yeah, the square makes me think of painful changes, you know, because all of the fixed signs, I mean, not all of them all together, but the fixed signs 2 by 2 form squares, just like the rest of the other signs, you know, basically. But the squares are situations where there's tension and you need to find a peaceful resolution. But there's also a lot of creativity and a lot of growth that happens no matter, you know, basically what I'm seeing here is growing pains. That's what I'm seeing in like one phrase for you, pile number 2. And Saturn here with Venus shows that, you know, exactly what I said just earlier, that you're going to have to find a balance between being disciplined, but not so disciplined that like every joy of living is completely drained from your life and you can no longer enjoy anything, you know. You can't even get outside and smell the roses every now and then. But Saturn is definitely telling you that this is a time when you're going to be tested. You're going to have to be patient. You're going to have to be disciplined. So nothing is going to fall on your lap. So in a way, like, Saturn is the Lord of Karma. So I'm not surprised that you have the Judgment card as well. You know, it's, you have to do things right. You have to do things thoroughly and ethically and with consideration and responsibility, first and foremost, towards yourself and towards others. This is what I'm getting. All right, let's get the Astro dice. What else can you tell me, pile number 2, Spirit, for the month of June 2024? We also have Scorpio, the third fixed sign. We also have the number 8, which is transformation, confirmation of the Wheel of Fortune. We have Mercury here. Okay, so Mercury shows that communication is going to be particularly important. You're going to be mentally active. You might be getting some good ideas this month. This could also be that connections with siblings are going to be strengthened. You're really focused on developing your speaking skills, your communication in general. And there could be like a lot of online opportunities and opportunities for business, especially for those of you who are into business. Especially if you are in any kind of line of work that is particularly mercurial, like dealing with communication, teaching, errands, speaking, any form of communication actually, or anything that has to do with like logical ability, like exact sciences. And we also have, yeah, there's like some painful transformation going on. So you are transforming in a slow, painful manner throughout the month of June, and it's probably going to last longer than that. It's an ongoing process. The 8th house can also show that this is really specific, but it could be a good time to, especially with Mercury, could be a good time to develop your intuition, your occult knowledge as well, including things like tarot, astrology. But it could also be very specifically about foreign languages or cultures where countries where foreign languages are being spoken. So it could be a good time to work on learning a foreign language or traveling to a place where there's a foreign language being spoken. For those of you who are married, it could be that the relationship with the in-laws is going to come to the forefront this month. There might be potential issues with the in-laws as well, because then we do have these messages of like obstacles and whatnot. And yeah, that's pretty much what I have. And also with Scorpio, there's a time of regeneration, you know. This is healing, regeneration, and also transformation. For some of you, this could be about like healing from a specific medical condition, or it could be about working towards a physical glow up. This is a good time to, you know, work on your fitness, your physical body in any way, physical therapy of any kind. Let me get some. So it's a good time for regeneration is what I'm saying. Tell me, Spirit, about file number 2. What can you tell me about them? What's going to happen for file number 2? All right. We do have a heart. So this could be, I mean, with Venus, this is also about getting in touch with arts and what you love to do. But it's doing it in a way that is healthy as opposed to the devil energy. Not being overindulgent or, let's say, focusing on true love as opposed to having one-night stands or corn. I was going to say or corn, and I literally picked up this charm that is a piece of corn. You know, yeah, basically this month is about laying off the corn. Maybe also with the Venus energy, which makes me think of Taurus, and the corn, like some of you could actually, and the flower, which is again Venus energy confirmation, some of you could benefit from spending time in nature. This makes me think of like Celtic culture, so again, makes me think of like getting in touch with Wicca, paganism, some of the values taught by these religions, not necessarily converting to it. It's interesting we have these like messages of royalty. We have princess with a crown, and we have a little castle. This is all about Saturn. I feel like this is a message of you are basically slowly and steadily building your little empire, your castle. It's kind of like a message of Rome wasn't built in a day. You know, like great things take time to build. And this is the energy that you should have, the you know, the mentality, the attitude you should have. We also have a little crab here, and with the message in Spanish. Te veré cuando baje la marea. So I feel like this is also a time of introspection. This is how I'm seeing it. A time of introspection and basically kind of sticking, you're going to tend to stick into your shell, basically. We also have a seashell again. So this is a time to regenerate, and it doesn't mean that you have to isolate, but you shouldn't be wasting time on people that are not there for you in your healing, in your journey, you know. We also have a stingray, which I see as a confirmation of Scorpio energy, basically waiting until the time is right. We also have these little leaves, which are just more about spending time in nature, the way that I see it. And we have hope, keeping the hope alive, hope coming out twice. We also have family, confirmation of that Cancer energy, and we have dream. Yeah, so I feel like Spirit is telling you to keep your eyes on the prize this month, you know, having a plan, sticking to your plan, you know, but at the same time, don't become so workaholic and concerned with social status and money that you forget to smell the roses, you know. All right, so this is pretty much what I have for you, pile number 2. I hope you have enjoyed it. And if you have, don't forget to like, subscribe, click on the notifications bell if you want to see when I will post a new video. If you would like to leave some feedback, I would appreciate it. You know, comment in the comment section. If you would like to get a private reading from me, check out the video description. I will leave more information there. I've also left a link to reviews I have gotten for private readings before. If you're curious to see them, might help you decide if you want to get a reading. If you would like to support my channel further, you can do so by becoming a member and contributing through a small monthly fee in exchange for some perks, which are detailed when you click on the join button under any of my videos. And last but not least, I also have an astrology channel. I focus mainly on Vedic astrology, but also with some tropical insights because I have more than like 20 years of experience in astrology up until this point. If you're curious about that, check out my astrology channel in the video description. Maybe subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope to see you at my next tarot reading. Bye! Welcome, pile number 3. This is your reading if you have chosen this iolite crystal and or this card with innocence. I'm going to read it once I get all the other cards. So this is going to be the card selection phase. I'm going to add timestamps so you can skip directly to the reading if you don't want to sit through it. Spirit, tell me about pile number 3, the people who chose the iolite. What do they have to know about the month of June 2024? What will the month of June 2024 what is it going to bring for them? Sorry. I took some valerian root to sleep because I have problems sleeping. And it's starting to kick in. Okay, we have the 8 of Cups. We have the King of Wands. We have the Judgment. We have the 8 of Wands. We have the Temperance. And we have the 2 of Wands. Alright. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 3? What is the month of June 2024 going to bring for them? What is the month of June 2024 going to bring for pile number 3? Spirit, tell me. Page of Wands, 3 of Cups, 2 of Wands again, 10 of Wands, King of Swords, King of Pentacles. Okay, let's get some oracle cards. Spirit, tell me about pile number 3. What do they need to hear for the month of June 2024? What is happening for them? What is happening for pile number 3? The people who chose the iolite. What is going on for them in the month of June 2024, Spirit? What is happening for my pile number 3? in the month of June 2024. What is happening for pile number 3 in the month of June 2024? What is happening for pile number 3 in the month of June 2024? Tell me, Spirit. Okay, so we have number 17, Stork. I'm not surprised because we have so many number 8s already. So we have a number 8 again with 17. So it says courage, oh no, change, movement, new beginnings, frustration, flexibility, transformation. Oh, this one got left from the previous reading. Sorry about that. We have agape, which is like the opposite of eros, as far as I know, in Greek. Something about Greek philosophy. So agape is like heart love. It's romantic, pure love, like the love between a parent and a child. Not romantic even. Or maybe it's romantic, but it's without any kind of eroticism, you know. And we have the number 5. I think this is number 72, but I'm not 100% sure. Correct me in the comments if that's not true. We have the stork. We have discernment here. We have guide, number 15, which is Venus. We have communication. And we have this card here with innocence. Take time to play, nurture your inner child, live with a childlike sense of wonder. And you have the Two of Wands coming out twice here. So pile number, we have the Page of Wands here. Yeah, so the childlike energy, the childlike innocence is being encouraged for you, pile number 3. We have the Eight of Cups, the Page of Wands. So I feel, oh my God, the first message that I'm getting is many of you have been stuck in an energy of bitterness. Like you're mourning the loss of innocence in your life. Maybe something has happened for some of you in recent history, but I think for most of you this is old wounds, you know. Like, but it's just that they are recently being triggered or recently have come to the surface. Like you are feeling very angry or frustrated or just sad about things you have had to let go, parts of yourself that you've had to let go, your sense of childlike wonder and your ability to like be open-hearted and trusting. There's a strong desire on your part to have friends because of this King of Wands. So like I definitely see this like longing. I mean, look at this. There's like a message of longing repeated throughout this reading. And you see this like very clearly through this image with the King of Wands with this cat staring at the candle. So there's, and then we have the Three of Cups underneath. So I feel like you are missing good friendships. For some of you, it could be that you miss your friends, like certain friends that you have had, or an idealized kind of friendship that you've always wanted to have, or that maybe you used to have earlier as a child in life. Yeah. We also have the Judgment and the Two of Wands. There's an element of karma playing out for you, pile number 3. I feel like the Spirit is telling you that you're going to have a second chance. You're having a second chance at something in the month of June. This could be about something you're really interested in, like having a new friend, reuniting with someone specific in the month of June. You are moving away. You're moving away from making yourself overly available to people who don't appreciate you. I'm getting this as a pretty clear message. You are the kind of person that maybe up until this point, you have been very open. Maybe not up until this point, but like for, let's say, at some point in your life, you were the kind of person who had like an open heart, just like an innocent little child who couldn't wait to meet people more than halfway. You know, you were willing to bend over backwards for the people you cared about. And you took on responsibilities sometimes that were not even your own, just to keep the peace in relationships or to make people love you or appreciate you. And you're done with that. Like, you're moving away so quickly from that. You know, you are done with the time of being a busy little bee and basically picking up everyone else's slack in relationships. It could even be about professional relationships, or like maybe people you live with that expect you to do all of the house chores, for instance. But I see that one way or another, you were someone who did more than you needed, more than your fair share of things. Like you felt like you had to work really hard to impress others, to keep others happy, and you're just done with that. You are done with being the busy little bee. You are now moving towards like being taking things a little bit slower in this, month of June. Here we have the Temperance and we have the King of Swords. So this is clearly saying that in the month of June, you are heading towards more balance in life. Like I said, slowing things down a little bit doesn't mean that you have to stop altogether, that you need to take a break and like join an ashram or something. But you are moving towards a slower pace, taking things, taking your sweet time, maybe taking time to get back in touch with hobbies that you have had and forgotten about for a long time. Maybe getting back in touch with some old friends that you actually liked and cared about. It could also be about blending certain things. So it's like somehow you will try to find a middle ground between contradicting interests in your life. You could even get an idea about how to blend two otherwise very different areas or subjects together into something really creative and unique. And I see this particularly happening on some kind of intellectual plane. You could be having some kind of borderline genius idea in June with this King of Swords. And I see that you are like determined, but again, I'm getting an attitude of slow and steady wins the race. I feel like you are slowly and surely working towards carving your own unique path. And towards the end of June, and as an outcome of the month of June, basically, we have the Two of Wands and we have the King of Pentacles. So, yeah. The Two of Wands, again, speaks of a second chance. You could have like a second chance at building wealth. So this is about maybe working towards your financial independence or taking up a new career path or a new job opportunity. Or it could just be about having enough finances and having a comfortable enough situation to just, again, to kind of afford to be on the fence a little bit about what you want to do in the next chapter. You know what I mean? Again, kind of taking a break. But I feel like for most of you, this is about a second chance. You're getting a second chance. It's something to do with career finances. For some of you very specifically, especially if you have a certain person on your mind, whether this is a friend or a romantic interest, this could be about rekindling an old flame. I see this burning an eternal flame. Who sang that? What is this burning an eternal flame? The Bangles? Anyway, doesn't matter. Turn around something. I'm sorry, I keep getting like little bits and pieces of lyrics in my head. Anyway, forget about the eternal flame, but it could be about rekindling some kind of an old connection, maybe someone that you have been waiting for, or yeah, is going to come back into your life. So again, see how this resonates. Could be a romantic person, but I feel like for most of you, this could be about just a friend, like someone you have known for a long time. Somebody that you have missed for a long time. Oh my God. No, it's fine. Love with a child, like, okay, we have discernment, communication. We do have these messages about children and storks, so, okay, that's really specific, but maybe for some of you, this is about conceiving a child this month, or maybe giving birth even. Okay, this is pretty much what I see. Let me move on to astrological notes. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 3? What is going to happen for them in the month of June 2024? The people who chose the Iolite, what do they need to hear, Spirit? What is happening for them in the month of June? We have 6th house, work and routine. We have Uranus, change and new beginnings. We have Venus, love and beauty. We have 12th house, spirituality and art. Square, challenge and disharmony. Yeah, so with the 12th house, there's definitely this message of taking it easy. I feel like you might be spending more time working on healthy sleep habits. That's really specific. Your dreams could be particularly vivid. I feel like you're going to also have maybe a tendency to isolate from the world. And it's not a bad thing. Like, I feel like it will feel like, if it's meant to be your thing, it's going to feel good. It's going to feel like you needed some rest from the world, you know? And with Venus, there's more of a message of, again, this could be about like some potential romantic interest coming back into your life. Yeah, it could be like getting a second chance with someone. So either someone that you have had some kind of a connection with, or someone that you have liked before, but that you never had any kind of romantic connection with before. This can also be about a female figure, you know, like maybe getting in touch with a female friend, or especially a woman who doesn't have children. See how that resonates. And it's also about caring more about enjoying yourself, you know, taking it easy. Like I said, Venus is about sugar, spice, and everything nice. So relaxing, allowing yourself to dream, to just take things slowly. 6th house with work and routine. I feel like this is about maybe rethinking your routine, or these things are going to come to the forefront. This is definitely a good time for you to focus on your health, like healing any kind of ailments, building up a healthier diet, for instance, or a workout regimen. This could also be about pets. Like, if this is something, again, see how it resonates. If it's something you have considered getting a pet, it could be a message that that's a good idea. It's also making me, this card is making me think of a pet. This is real specific, but if you like suddenly get an inspiration to get a pet this month, it could be like they are meant to come into your life with a guide energy. That was like a message that came through my mind as I was looking at it, so I feel like it has to be relevant. All right, let me get the Astro dice. Oh, and oh my God, Uranus is a confirmation of the King of Swords. Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, and King of Swords is Aquarius energy. Change and new beginnings. I feel like, yeah, you are definitely changing your lifestyle in some significant manner. Like I said, for many of you, this is about carving a unique path for yourself in life. Maybe even with respect to your career. Okay, Spirit, what else can you tell me for pile number 3? What can you tell me about pile number 3 for the month of June 2024? Okay, we have Neptune again, which is the ruler of Pisces. We also have the number 12 again with the 12th house. Okay. And we have Pisces again. So the 12th house is becoming very strong. This could also be like for some of you, very specifically, that you might get to travel to a faraway place, or someone is coming to visit you from a faraway place. This could also be about you having the opportunity to go to the sea or something to do with the sea. Any kind of activity involving the sea would be favored in this month of June. But the 12th house is also mainly about the subconscious, about rest. So all of these things are coming to the forefront. It could be about, you know, it could be like a good idea for you to take up meditation, yoga. Also maybe tracking your dreams, keeping a dream diary and trying to see if you have recurring dreams and patterns, trying to understand yourself through your dreams. Anything that has to do with, you know, working on the subconscious, things like the Silva method or something. This could be particularly relevant for some of you. But Pisces is also just universal love and compassion. So again, developing that heart chakra energy is very strong, is a very strong message. And also getting back in touch with that innocence, the agape energy that came through, you know, like healing your heart energy, letting go of resentments, opening up again, having faith and all that. Okay, this is what I'm getting. Let me get some charms. Spirit, what else can you tell me for pile number 3? What do they need to hear about the month of June 2024, Spirit? We got the plane, is all I'm going to say. We got the plane. This one just got stuck on my finger. Oh my god. Okay, that's a snowflake. Oh my god. Yeah, I was just thinking about how snowflake is used as a, what do you call it? A euphemism? Is it a euphemism or a symbol for people who are hypersensitive? It made me think of that song by Tori Amos, Goodbye Pisces. I don't know if you know it. As Mars sauntered through its door, it's time to say goodbye to Pisces. Goodbye, my... Anyway. I don't know why you act like a bull in a china shop. Tear it up into smithereens. Anyway, it's something like that. The lyrics are out there if you want to listen to that song. Maybe there's something relevant there about... I don't know why I'm getting that song because we are not in Pisces season or... But yeah, I feel like maybe this is about you just becoming softer, allowing yourself to become softer, and learning that vulnerability is not a weakness, but also kind of understanding that everything is ephemeral, or like a lot of beautiful things are, you know, transient, ephemeral, is that the word? Ephemeral, I think. Anyway. We have the little heart here, and we also have a bigger heart with Made with Love. Whenever I get this heart with Made with Love, it makes me think of, especially since we got Venus as well, makes me think of doing, you know, crafts, doing little things with your hands, you know, things that are like making your own jam and cookies and stuff, Venusian things, like making your own perfume, soaps, candles, whatever, like, you know, like... like in the Love Witch, doing little cutesy things just for fun. That could be, suddenly you might get an interest in those things in June, and you should definitely indulge in them. I mean, hello, look at this confirmation here with the airplane. I did say that when it fell out, because it's such a strong confirmation. Like some of you are flying to, you know, foreign lands, faraway places, or again, you might be visited by other people. We also have a pigeon here. Very specifically, for some of you, this is an indication that if you're thinking about flying or something connected to flying as a profession, it's a hint that you're in the right direction. You're heading in the right direction. We have this message with blessed coming out twice, and we also have imagine. Yeah. I feel like the blessed message is a message of you needing to be grateful for everything that you have. Remember to always practice that. And imagine is about not holding yourself back from your dream life, you know. I feel like it has to do with this King of Swords and Temperance energy, like, you know, like the sky is the limit, that kind of thing. You could do great things. You could do more than you imagine. So don't hold back, basically. Here we have a little dog bone, like, so again, makes me think, and we also have a fox. So I feel like for many of you, this could be about pets. Like, you're thinking about getting a pet, or it could be like, if you have a pet, the spending time with your pet is going to be a good idea this month. We have this corn thing, which I don't know exactly what this means. Again, this could be about an invitation to spend more time in the countryside and nature, working with your hands, having a more simple life, you know, having a simple rhythm, a slower rhythm of life would definitely benefit you. We also have a little star here, which makes me think that you might be getting more recognition in the month of June. Could also be a physical glow up, because we have the 6th house, so like I said, it could be about working on your diet, working out and stuff, and people noticing that you look better, maybe. And we have these, like, which I think are beans. I'm not sure what this... You know what the first thing that went through my mind, the first thing that went through my mind when I saw this, it was that story. Oh my god, I haven't thought about that story in like centuries. I mean, decades. I'm not a vampire, I swear. Jack and the Beanstalk and the Magic Beanstalk. Yeah, you know how like again, it makes me, it goes hand in hand with the imagine energy here. Like, I feel like you may have planted a seed that is going to bring you a lot of success, and like more than you could have imagined. So depending on where you are in your progression, some of you could have already planted that seed and now you're starting to reap the rewards. But for others, it could be that you're planting the seed now in June. So whatever is like, I feel like it has something to do with this idea, this Temperance and the King of Swords. Like, many of you are going to get some significant inspiration about some, maybe a business idea or some new career you want to go for, some new interest you want to develop, maybe a new skill you want to learn. And somehow this is going to lead to huge success later down the line. And discernment, you see, oh my god, I just realized the symmetry here. Just check this out. The discernment and the 3 of Cups. This is about reunion. And look at them, they're all like 3 happy little friends. And discernment here is kind of like, you know, they're kind of mimicking those monkeys, the statues with the monkeys. I don't know what I don't know if they're like famous, but I think you've seen them around, you know, these like one of them is covering the mouth, the other one's covering her eyes, the other one her ears. So this is like toxic friendship, the way that I would see it as a symbol, and this is like healthy friendship. So I feel like basically Spirit is telling you that this is about figuring out this month, like many of you could be letting go of some friendships, quote unquote friendships, you know, practicing that discernment and no longer burying your head in the ground, or no longer, you know, being oblivious, I feel, to certain people's true nature. Yeah, pretty much. This is what I see for you, pile number 3. And if you have enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe, click on the notifications bell if you want to see when I will post a new video. Comment in the comment section with anything you would like to share, ideas for future topics you would like me to cover. Also, if you're interested in a private tarot reading, you can check out the video description. I have left my email address. You can email me for more details. I've also left a link in the video description to reviews I've gotten for private readings before, if you're curious to see them. might help you decide if you want to get a reading. Aside from that, if you would like to support my channel further, you can do so by becoming a member and contributing with a small monthly fee. So just click on the join button and under any of my videos for more details. If you would like to also check out my astrology channel, I will link it in the video description. I focus mainly on Vedic astrology there, but also with some tropical insights since I have more than 20 years experience in reading horoscopes up until this point. So yeah, if you're curious about astrology, go ahead and check it out. Maybe subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope to see you at my next tarot reading. Bye!